afternoon YouTube, good afternoon the world. Coming up on today's Gritty Business Show, we have the incredibly talented Gillian Schofield from Custom Copy and Mr. Zafran Khan from the Federation of Small Business. Hi everyone, welcome to the Gritty Business Show here live at the Cobra Club. Great to see you all today out there on the internet. Hope you're having a great week, and things just keep getting better. So like I said, today we have Gillian Schofield, who's going to be giving us tips and tricks and insights into PR and copy and anything newsworthy and how to write sort of that perfect copy for your website or for a blog or anything else for that matter. And also Mr. Zafran Khan from the Federation of Small Businesses coming into the club. But first of all, I'd like to welcome back Mrs. Debbie Bell back to the club. Great to see Debbie, who's an events manager for Zia Beer, back at the club. And I'd also like to welcome Mr. Bertram. Welcome Bertram back to the club, or into the club for the first time. Who's a TV producer from Poland. So that's really interesting. And he's doing some exciting stuff at the club. Anyhow, we've got a busy show lined up today, and we've also got something coming up in the Cobra Club, which is going to be launched on the 22nd of this month, and that is a new community platform that's going to be released. So what I'm going to do now is play a little video explainer about this community platform. There you go, folks. Exciting stuff. So that's what's coming up on the 22nd of this month. And if you're not already in the Cobra Club or don't know what it is, we're a daily digital business center where all the business gets done online. We're open 10 till 5 every day, and it's a drop-in kind of platform online. So you can always be connected with your network and come and get involved. There's plenty of people out there who want to chat and talk to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do, when we come back, I'll roll this VT, and when we come back in the room, Gillian Schofield will be in with us. So here we go. Hi, Gillian.
Hello.
How are you doing? You all right?
Yes. Yeah, good. Managed to get the dog and the cat to settle down, so it's all good.
Well done. Well, this is a live show, and anything can happen, and sometimes it does. But that's all part and fun of it. And is this your first live performance on LinkedIn? Is this your first sort of podcasty thing?
On LinkedIn. Yes, I have done a few lives on Facebook, but only it was with one lady. So no, I'm not a pro.
It's okay. Well, we'll treat you gently today, and it's great to have you here. So I'm just going to, let's just pop this up here. There we go. Let's get that up there so we all know who we're talking to. So Custom Copy. Before we get into Custom Copy and what you do, Gillian, maybe you could tell us a little bit about your background, where you've come from, and what's your journey been like leading up to where you are now?
Yeah, sure. So quite a diverse mix. In school, I loved reading and writing. That was my passion, but kind of thought the only job opportunity there was an author, and that wouldn't be very well paid, so I needed a trade. So I went into hairdressing. And did that amongst other things, kind of dabbled in all sorts over the years, but mostly freelance hairdressing and beauty because it fit around the kids. I've got 3 kids. They're neurodiverse, some of them. So run a successful freelance business for a few years, and then realized it really wasn't for me and I wasn't happy. What could I do to actually do something that was more me? And that's when I
I,
came across copywriting.
I suppose that hairdressing, it was early mornings, late evenings, and all of that, weren't it?
Because it worked around the kids, I did a lot of evenings. So quite often I'd start work after tea and after the kids are in bed and work until 10 o'clock at night. And I did gradually shift that as I realized this wasn't what I wanted. But yeah, I just didn't love it. And so then I wasn't passionate about it, and I wasn't passionate about progressing myself. And I thought, that's not really ideal when I'm doing people's hair.
Yes. And have you always written since a child? Was it always just a passion? When did you start? What age did you realize that you had a gift for the pen?
Oh, young, really young. So I could read from a really young age, and I just read prolifically, and then wrote my own little stories and poems. Probably less so throughout my adult life. Obviously, it's just busy, isn't it? But I just dabbled really here and there. I did set up a blog a few years ago. But yeah, it was just finding time to do a blog, because it was more of a hobby. So
what was the blog about? Do you remember?
It's still live, actually. It's called A Life Less Frazzled. So I set it up with the intention of just documenting my journey to try and remove some of the frazzle from being a busy mum, and help others. So it's still there in the background as a potential something that I might do something with. So.
Yeah, that sounds like a potential business idea, that one.
Yeah, I have got some ideas for it, actually. So watch that space.
Yes.
But I found copywriting, did the course, and just loved it. Threw myself headlong into getting the business up and running, and I really enjoy it every day. Yeah.
Fantastic. So what sort of clients do you work with at the moment? Is there any sort of special sort of sector, or is it?
No, I haven't niched, because I quite like researching and learning about businesses. So I write for a company that program digital robots to automate repetitive admin tasks. I've written for a lady that teaches Scottish Gaelic, a board game online retailer, just a real mixed bag, a couple of coaches, business coaches, health and wellbeing coach, digital strategy guy. So real mixed bag.
I suppose each of these clients, you have to write in a different kind of style or a different voice. Properly.
So your brand voice, so it's all part of your branding. So obviously you get graphic designers that do your logo and your colors, but part and parcel of that is also exactly what you said, the tone of voice that's being used, and knowing who you're talking to, so you can tailor what you're writing and the language that you're using to that audience.
I always find that really difficult to do, because I write and I just write, and
you just
a different kind of style.
Yeah, it can be tricky. Yeah, just got to try and shift your headspace a bit. But that's where a tone guide really helps. If a company has got that, and it'll set out words they would use, words they wouldn't use, and things like that. So
So
but not everyone's got one of them.
No. So obviously writing copy for websites, writing copy for blogs, writing copy for sort of product releases, I suppose.
So copywriting covers a really broad range. What I've done a lot of is emails. So I tend to write a heck of a lot of emails for people. But I have got a sales page coming up, and website copy. But happy to do across the board. Yeah.
And I believe you have another business as well, don't you, that has a whole selection of templates that are available to people, don't you?
So that's part of custom copy, yes. So what I figured was, the thing is with copywriting, it's quite a bespoke service, and so it comes with a bespoke price. So that can be quite daunting for people if they're just starting out, or they're not sure how much it's going to cost. It can be quite daunting to jump on a call and just get this price. And the other thing I noticed was that probably a lot of people don't have a system in place for their most common emails, and are maybe spending hours tapping out each email each time, when actually they could have a template. So I created a bundle of common emails that you're sending all the time, that we just personalize to the business, ready to copy and paste in and tweak accordingly. So
Brilliant. And then they, I suppose they'd be personalised to that sort of business or person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we jump on a call, get to know you and the business, get to know how we can really elevate those emails and get some extra value in there to really push up the customer service. So
brilliant. That
yeah.
sounds like a great idea. And I'd say
Yeah.
every startup pack that every startup business should have, or
Yeah.
you know, myself plenty of time rewriting that same email over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I think I just had somewhere. I should actually just copy and paste it somewhere, but you know,
I know, but we don't. We're just so involved in running the business, aren't we? Yeah. So
yes.
yeah, that's just something I identified, and it's a nice introduction. The bundle's really fairly priced. It's a nice introduction to working with me, working with a copywriter. So it's just that nice entry level, and it will save you loads of time and keep everything really consistent with your branding.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. So I'm thinking about writing some copy, and what are the 3 things I should consider when I'm about to sort of put pen to paper or my fingers on the keyboard? But don't answer this just yet.
Okay.
What I'm going to do, if I can find the button, is hit this little button. Here we go.
Okay. So I've got 2 things you need to think about before you put pen to paper, and that is who you're talking to. So I mentioned a minute ago, knowing who your audience is. So some businesses already know who their ideal customer is and they know who they're talking to. If you don't, it's a good idea to understand that. And this morning on a talk, I likened it to, you wouldn't talk to your parents about Minecraft and you wouldn't talk to your kids about pensions. So it's the same with who you're talking to. You know, you need to use the right language and talk about the right things. And then the next one is know what the purpose of the piece is that you're about to write. So it's really important to understand, why am I writing this and what do I want it to do? Am I pushing someone down a sales funnel? Do I want them to visit my website? Whatever it is, have those in mind. And then my 3 top tips for actually writing copy. Top one, and people have probably heard this a lot, but it's absolutely paramount, and it's just to lead with the benefits. So a lot of people will talk about the features of a product or service, but that doesn't really resonate with people. So it really does. You need to focus on the benefits and sell the difference.
Yeah, because I was looking at just playing around with the Cobra Club website actually, and you know there is a big difference between features and benefits. And
huge.
Some people
don't resonate with features because it, you know, you read. So this morning I likened it to a watch. You know, I've got a watch for sale. It tells the time, and I've got a watch for sale, and you'll always know what time it is. Okay, and then you can go one step further and look at the pain point. So are you always getting a black mark at work because you're constantly late? You can never be late again if you've got this watch on your wrist because you'll always know the time. So you're almost going backwards from the pain point to the benefit. So what I would recommend you do is list out your features and then think about the benefits that go with them next to it, and then figure out the pain points that relate to those benefits as well. So the second one is that you need to sell the end result. So it's similar to what I was just saying about the watch. So you're not selling the process, here's my course. You're selling how their life will be different after they've used your product or service. So it's important to talk about that.
Yes. So I suppose it's saving time, saving money.
Yeah, whatever it is, you need to think about how their life looks now and how their life will look after using the product or service, and that's what you're going to talk about, and that's what you're going to sell to them.
And you put that sort of
that version.
Yes, I suppose putting that in quite early and then going off to the features and benefits, and then maybe coming back to that at the end, I suppose.
Yeah, because it's pain points that people are going to resonate with, and it's selling them that ideal version of their life that is what's going to get them to notice you. So once you've got that in place, the third thing you need is a really clear call to action. Lots of people write really lovely posts, but there's no call to action. So you need to know what action you want them to take as a result of that. So again, going back to the purpose that I mentioned a minute ago, do you want them to click a link? Do you want them to visit a website? Do you want them to download something? Whatever it is, have that really clear primary call to action in whatever you're writing. If you want a secondary call to action, you can have that, but I wouldn't have more than 2. When you've got like 5 things for people to choose from, they're going to get confused. Humans are,
Yes.
easily confused.
I mean, I suppose you've got to differentiate it between, where's this post or copy going? Is it going up onto social media where there's lots of noise on there, and you must come across this noise as part of your daily job, and how do you make your content stand out? Is there start leading with a catchy line? Is it using color in the imagery? How can I get someone to read my stuff, scrolling through, because you scroll through and then you literally it's on and off the screen. How can I get someone to stop and engage?
So as you said, it does depend on what the copy is, where it is. If it is a scrolly platform, then definitely imagery is probably going to grab people quicker. If it's an email, then your subject line is really, really, really important. And you can Google how to write great subject lines, but you can create curiosity, you can create a sense of urgency, things like that. But you need to be genuine. So whatever your subject line is, or whatever you're catching people with, make sure the body of your copy answers that or relates to that. Because if you create curiosity and then people get into the body of it and you haven't addressed that, then the trust factor is gone. So it's really important that. And
I use a program and we can personalize subject lines. Are you a fan of personalization?
Yeah, it's proven to be really effective. So even if you're sending out lots of emails, you can often include an icebreaker or a personalized line. So it's well worth doing a bit of research on who you're emailing and just including something in there that shows that you are actually aware of who they are and what they do.
Brilliant. Yeah, that sounds good. It's definitely plenty to think about. And do you get involved with like newsy stories, PR, sort of that side of things, or are you more sort of
No, that's not really my forte. No, so I wouldn't want to dabble in that, having no experience. So I would.
No, that's good to know. Brilliant. And you're, in terms of sort of website copy, same sort of thing again. With everything you just talked about there, it's features and benefits and
absolutely
pain points, isn't it?
And another good tip is to not we all over people. So a lot of people use I and we a lot, and they talk about themselves a lot, but actually you statements are much more powerful. So the more statements you can weave in that are you're looking for, or it just flips it back onto the reader and they'll feel a bit more engaged rather than like you're just
well, I suppose ultimately, if it doesn't resonate with them, if that you isn't you, then you're in the wrong place, and
exactly, and they're not the people you want anyway. So
so it is about sort of funneling it down into your target. It's what you spoke about first point, who you're writing for, because
that acts as a filter, because you don't want everybody booking calls with you and wasting your time. So you're effectively filtering out the people that aren't a good fit by getting your copy on point. The people who come to you are already going to be fairly qualified. So
and as part of your service where you work out like your buyer personas,
I can do
that comes
we can work out personas, brand voice, things like that. We can get all that in place.
Brilliant. Fantastic. That sounds really good. And okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play a little VT, and when we come back we'll find out a little bit more about what's coming up in the future and other things we've got in the pipeline. So here we go. So back in the room with Gillian Schofield, expert custom copywriter. Is it copyright? Is that because it's copyright and copyright?
Yes, yeah, I know. I have this discussion a lot that some people don't have any idea what a copywriter is, and they think that I patent things. So, yeah, copywriter.
Copywriter with a W.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So what's coming up? Obviously, you've been going a little while now in your business. What's the next 6 months hold? What are you looking for? Who should we try and sort of find? Who should we refer you to?
I always struggle with this one because I haven't kind of niched yet. So for the bundles, they're probably aimed at startups. So people who are just starting out and want to get those processes in place in an affordable way. I've opened up 2 slots a month for charities. So charities, non-profits, or startups with a really ethical mission, something like that. So I'm going to be doing 2 free slots a month to help people with their copy.
Brilliant.
And then I guess like my passions are in health and wellness. So those are the things that I would write probably most easily about. So anyone with that kind of business, anything kind of holistic or alternative, I would definitely be a good fit for.
Yeah. So that could be the website material, blog material, LinkedIn material.
Yeah, whatever you need really, because LinkedIn, I've started posting a bit more on LinkedIn lately, and I've onboarded 2 new customers this week just off starting to post a bit more. So it's really, really powerful. So if you want to tap into that, but you just don't have the time to write, or you don't like writing or whatever, then I'd definitely be happy to put some kind of packages together for LinkedIn posts and things like that.
Brilliant. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do now, Gillian, when we come back after this, we're going to find out sort of how people can work with you. But before we do that, we'd like to find a little bit more about our guests each week. So this week, I'm going to pick one of these random questions. Well, I know which one I'm going to pick. But apart from hairdressing, we all have a secret talent, no matter how big or how small. So
I don't think I do.
I'll pick another one then.
Yeah, I really don't have a secret talent. Writing is like literally my only talent.
Okay. All right then. So let's pick this one here now. Okay. Are you into music?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So
that's a tricky one.
What's the first one you remember?
So I can't remember what the first. No, actually, I bought Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits on CD. I don't know if it was new, but I absolutely loved that, and it was all the Peter Green stuff, so like Green Manalishi and stuff like that, and so I loved that. My whole family was into music, so I had influences from all over the shop. So everything from, my mum was a massive Elvis fan. I had a brother that liked Iron Maiden. My sister was into Billy Idol, another sister into Pink Floyd. So really, I've got really eclectic taste in music. But the album that I bought that set in motion my absolute all-time favorite band was Stereophonics, their second album, Performance and Cocktails.
Yes.
That I bought when I was about 16, I think.
Brilliant.
And they are hands down my favorite band. I've seen them about 8 times. Got every album.
That was going to be my next question. What gigs have you been to? And obviously Stereophonics.
Yeah. Mostly Stereophonics, yeah. I'm going to see Royal Blood next Friday. We're going to see Foo Fighters in June. Who else have I seen? Oh, I saw Jack Johnson at the Eden Project. He was really good.
Brilliant. So you're a bit of a muser, and do you play music? I did.
Yeah. I flute and piano as a early teens, but unfortunately never carried it on. I've always wanted to try and get back to the piano, but I'm just waiting for that day when I've actually got a bit of spare time.
Yeah.
Probably never arrive.
Brain space, I guess, as well, isn't it? It's like that headspace to pick up an instrument and learn it again.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, Gillian. So let's go back to the custom copy now. So if I was out there looking for someone to write, how does it work? Is it a free consultation? And how does someone get hold of you?
Yeah, so I'm very active on LinkedIn. So you can just look for Gillian Schofield Custom Copy on LinkedIn, or you can visit the website. There it is, customcopy.co.uk. You can book a call through there, or just ping me a message or an email. Yeah, I do a free discovery call, so we can just have a chat about your business, your needs, see if I'm a good fit, see if I can help you in any way, and take it from there, really.
Yeah, I suppose you made a good point there, being a good fit. And
yeah,
when you work with people, it is finding the right people to work with, because everyone's got different skill sets. And ultimately, if you call Gillian, it's just a phone call or a Zoom meeting, no obligation and no pressure, really. Like I say, it's got to work both ways, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not pushy, and I won't try and convince you that you need something if I don't think you need it. And I'm more than happy just to do an appraisal and give you some pointers if that's what you need. So
yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, Gillian. It's been great to have you on the show today. And obviously, you've been a Cobra Club member for a little while now. How have you found the club?
I love the Cobra Club. It was one of the first networking groups that I came across and I joined, but I have guested on a few others since, and I haven't been tempted away. So I love it. It's a real community. Everyone's really supportive, really friendly. There's no weirdos, which is always a bonus.
There's always an edge, but Ed's not out. Anyway.
Yeah, I really like it.
Brilliant. Well, it's great to have you on board at the Cobra Club, and great to see your business is going so well. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're obviously doing something right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
If anyone out there needs some copy written for their site or blogs, posts, then give Gillian a call. Thank you very much, Gillian. Take care.
Thanks,
we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Brilliant. Well, that was Gillian Schofield from Custom Copy, copywriter with a W. So thank you, Gillian, for that. Next up, we were going to have Zaf, but he's not here today, cannot make it, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rerun or give you a little bit more information about this coming up now. Exciting, isn't it? So it's the Cobra Circle community coming to the platform very soon, where all us writers and bloggers and posters will be able to get going on there. It's even got live content too. So yeah, watch this space for the next level engagement. So I think thanks for Gillian once again. I think what I'm going to do now is run into the weekly sort of networking events we have at the club. So much going on inside the club, so much business getting done at the moment. If you'd like to come along, come and check it out. Come to a meeting. You can contact me at here, andrew@thecobraclub.co.uk. If you want a virtual tour, come and check it out. Or if you just want to check out the website and see what it's all about, you can check out here, www.thecobraclub.co.uk. Be great to see you. Very welcome community, very supportive, and that's what it's all about. Help companies thrive and survive. And in this online world, it can be hard to grow your business online, but why not do it online with a supportive community behind you? So that's what the Cobra Club's all about. Anyhow, folks, without Zaf here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run into well, first of all, I'm going to play a little video from our emotive marketeer. The lady does all the content at the Cobra Club at the moment. And so this is Hannah from Cottontail Creative. Thanks, Hannah. Thanks for all the content and the hard work you do. We appreciate you, and recommend anyone out there who needs some emotive marketing done to get in touch with Hannah Matarazzo. Okay, folks, what I'm going to do now is head off to the weekly events. So we have about 20 events that run every single week inside the Cobra Club. If you're not already a member, come along. Welcome you in. Come along to any of these events. You can email me for a free ticket, and let's hopefully see you there. So here we go, guys. Coming up in the Cobra Club, Monday Motivation with Mr. Ed Williamson, Monday at 9 a.m. Brilliant. Next up, we have Christy Norris, Christy's Virtual Coffee Club, every Monday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. We just met her a moment ago, Hannah Matarazzo, Emotive Marketeer from Cobra Creative, every Monday, 4 o'clock inside the Cobra Club. After that, Monday evening, Mr. Double O Heaven, Mr. Zafran Khan himself, Birmingham Central, Monday Mayhem, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Mondays. Next up, after that, we have Quest West Tuesday mornings, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. with the lovely Judith West. Following on from that, on Tuesday afternoon, 3 to 4 p.m, the Cobra Business Quiz with Mr. David McKenna. Test your business knowledge inside the Cobra Club. Following on from that, every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m, Elaine Atherton with the Make It Happen Hub, Sales and Accountability for Small Business Owners. Brilliant. Next up, Mr. David Lockett, who puts some money in your pocket, introducing the Investment Lounge. It's all about investments. Come and have a chat, learn some knowledge every Wednesday morning. Followed from that, Wednesday afternoon with Beverly Lockett, #1 Amazon bestselling author, Wednesdays 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Thursday mornings, the Jigsaw Hour, hosted by Yvonne Taylor, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Thursday. Following on from that, we have Mr. Chris Mason, every Thursday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. inside the Cobra Club for Cobra Strike, or the 300 Club as he calls it. Then later in the afternoon, we have Speed Networking Business Generator with Kath Kirkland, every Thursday, 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Moving on to Friday now with Louise Monblatt, every Friday morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. down in Dorset. Moving up to the Isle of Man with Titan Troubleshooters with Katrina Ellis. Titan Troubleshooters, a business networking event every Friday at 10 a.m. Friday afternoon, we have Cobra Express with Mr. Alan Cadden, every Friday, 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Come and jump aboard Cobra Express. And last but not least, Wine Down Friday. Come along with a glass of wine or a glass of something in your hand. Last networking event of the week, every Friday, 4 p.m. We'll see you there. But where is there? And there is www.thecobraclub.co.uk. So if you haven't already been to the Cobra Club, come and check it out. We'd love to see you there, folks. Anyhow, I'd like to just thank once again Gillian Schofield, incredible copywriter, for all her knowledge she shared today. And yeah, really appreciate that. So next week, I think we have, who do we have next week? We have Badil McCaskill and David Donnelly on the show. So looking forward to that. So I'll see you all next week, folks. It's been a great show, and thanks for watching. All right, take care. Bye.